Hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome back. As you guys can see by the title and the thumbnail of this video, we're going to be reading a couple of books out of my comfort zone. Now, the way that I have found these books, because listen, if they are out of my comfort zone, I'm not grabbing them. So what I did was I went to Fable and I asked Scout to find me some books that were out of my comfort zone, and Scout picked quite a few. So we are going to be starting out this video reading Foster by Keegan. I have never read this author before. I've never heard of this book before, but we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna give it a shot. So I'm about to make myself some lunch and then we will pick up Foster. And yeah, I'm excited for this video. I think that reading out of my comfort zone is going to be an interesting time. It's going to be a fun time and I can't wait to bring you guys along with me. Hello, I am currently 24% through Foster so far. I've got 50 minutes left in the book. It was a pretty short book, but what I have gathered so far is this young girl can overhear her parents talking, saying that these women can keep her for as long as they want to. So basically she gets sent to this house, and as far as I have read so far, the people that she ends up with are good people, so that's always a good thing, because sometimes in these situations it's not a good situation. But yeah, I am, like I said, 24% through, but if you guys don't like to listen to quotes, skip ahead. This quote is so sad. "The water is cool and clean as anything I have ever tasted. It tastes of my father leaving, of him never having been there, of having nothing after he was gone. I dip it again and lift it level with the sunlight. I drink 6 measures of water and wish, for now, that this place without shame or secrets could be my home." That's gorgeous. I so far am loving this writing, and like I said, this is the first time I have read Keegan, so yeah, I am really liking this so far. But yeah, I'm gonna continue reading and then I need to clean. That it is the same day. It just started raining outside. It got gross. I wanted to get comfy. I am currently 66% through. I've got 15 minutes left in the book. What I do want to say is that this being written in the perspective of the foster child has made this book so fantastic so far. The best way that I can describe what this book is doing for me personally is the fact that this book is showing us that children see the world and understand the world the way that they are taught to do so. If that makes sense. A child is taught to do something. It's not inherently born. A child is taught. So it just really proves that the way a child is taught really affects the outcome of the way that they look at the world. And yeah, for this poor girl who her parents just dropped her off with strangers, like, I feel so bad for her, but she ended up finding the perfect people to be with, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm gonna continue reading. Like I said, I literally have 15 minutes left in this book and I am enjoying it so much so far. but it also kind of just feels wrong to rate a book that's this short. Does that make sense? Anyway, I'm gonna continue reading. Hello. I ended up finishing Foster. I am going to give that book a 5-star. That book was so sweet, but also so moving. The best way that I can describe this story is that it may seem like a short story where you can't get a whole lot across, but this was jam-packed with emotion. This was jam-packed with feeling. This was so good. I'm so glad that Scout ended up recommending me this book. I'm very thrilled with the choice, but that was such a good book. My second book choice is The Martian Chronicles. The Martian Chronicles by Ray Bradbury. Bradbury. It's spelled Burry, so I'm gonna say Bradbury. Ray Bradbury. Someone let me know down in the comments. But yeah, I am starting The Martian Chronicles. This one looks to be, oh no, gave me the lock, not the page number. Why do people do this? Anyway, I hate the lock number on Kindle. It drives me bonkers. But anyway, yeah, I am going to start this. It doesn't seem like it's going to be a super long book. So yeah, we are picking up The Martian Chronicles now. It just started storming outside. Oh, it just started storming outside. My YouTube video for tomorrow's uploading, so I'm gonna read while that does so. Sean just went over to our neighbors to go play video games, and I am sitting at home to read. And I wanted to do a 15% check-in on The Martian Chronicles. Let me just say that this book is really funny. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be funny, but I think that it's hilarious that these Martians, who are our main characters that live on Mars, are just completely unfazed by this earthling that comes to their planet. They're like, oh, okay, like, please get out of my house. Like, I don't care that you're from Earth. Like, leave me alone. So this is really funny. Once again, I'm not sure if it's supposed to be, but I really am enjoying this so far. Yeah, I'm gonna continue reading. Sean's over at our neighbors playing video games, so who knows how long he'll be over there, but I know it'll be plenty of time for me to knock out a decent chunk of this book. A 47-minute chapter? That's outrageous, bro. That's outrageous. Once again, I'm so sorry for this stupid AC unit, but I wanted to tell you guys this awesome quote that I just read at 29% through. It says, We Earthmen have a talent for ruining big, beautiful things. The only reason we didn't set up a hot dog stand in the midst of the Egyptian temple is because it was out of the way and served no large commercial purpose. Can hear the rain. Well, I know you can hear my neighbor's gutter because it's not connected, so it drips, and it is outrageously annoying, especially at like 1 o'clock in the morning. But I am 40% through the Martian Chronicles right now, and I don't want to say that I'm not enjoying it, because that's not true. I am enjoying it a lot. The way that Bradbury is bringing in comedy to talk about how horrible humans are is making me giggle. Like, this book is so funny, but I'm not sure if it's supposed to be that way, but it is making me giggle just because of the humor that is being used to talk about how horrible human beings are, especially on our planet. Done with all of my chores for the day, so I am outside. There's sounds like a blue jay being really obnoxious right now. But I am 45% through so far, and once again, it's not that I'm not enjoying it, it's just definitely so far out of my comfort zone that I'm just not really enjoying it. If that makes sense, I'm not enjoying it, but I'm also not enjoying it. So that's where we are. But yeah, I'm gonna continue reading while sitting out here. And what are the birds freaking out about right now? Anyway. Good morning. It's 8:40. I have been up for over 2 hours. I am exhausted today. I think it's because it's not like super sunny outside. Like, it's pretty cloudy, so it's probably affecting how I'm feeling right now. But what you guys are here for, not the weather. I'm not a weather lady. Anyway, I am 63% through the Martian Chronicles. It says I have 2 hours and 28 minutes left on my Kindle. As of right now, I think I mentioned yesterday, I can't remember or not, it's an enjoyable book. It's not that I'm not enjoying it by any means. Like, that's not what this is about. I personally am not able to jump into this story. I think it might be the genre. Like, this is not a genre that I typically read very often. Like, it's one of those genres where my brain like really has to do a lot of the work, and sometimes I get stuck in situations where my brain will not do the work, which is, I think, currently is what is happening. So yeah, it's not that I'm not enjoying the book. I'm not in the story. You know what I mean? Like, once again, comprehension of the book is kind of down. Like, it's not that I'm not remembering what I'm reading. It's just that I am having to reread paragraphs and sentences over and over and over again because I'm like, what am I reading? So that's where I am right now. It's almost 8:30. I don't know what's going on, but my nose has been very runny. So that's cool. But what you guys are here for. I have about an hour left in the Martian Chronicles. I am 80% through. I am to the point, sorry, I keep kicking my effing tripod. I am to the point in this book where I'm ready to be done with it. Once again, it's not that I'm not enjoying it, it's just so far out of my comfort zone that I'm like itching for something in my comfort zone, if that makes sense. But yeah, we finished the Martian Chronicles, but we are starting our third and final book for this video. I am pretty excited about this one. This one is set in 1920 in New York. And let me tell you, there's something about the 20s in New York that will just capture my attention every single time. So there's a fly in here. I'm really excited to give this one a go. It is literally like 200 pages on the dot, so I might end up finishing this today, or I might just wait until tomorrow and just give it a full good read. But yeah, so we are going into our third and final book now. I'm not really all that sure what my hair is doing right now, but the craziest thing just happened in this book. I am currently on page 47, but yeah, literally the craziest thing just happened. What is that? Gross. But yeah, craziest thing ever just happened. That's insane. Sorry for the lighting and the angle, but I just made it to page 82, chapter 12. Page 83, chapter 12. And this book is really funny. So basically what I have understood so far is that Blotto and Twinks are siblings. Blotto is our main male character and Twinks is our main female character. And Twinks seems to be the intelligent of the siblings, so whenever something goes wrong, Blotto always goes to Twinks to figure out what the next step is going to be. And this particular mystery that they're trying to figure out is how to get Blotto out of this arranged marriage situation, because the woman that he has been basically told he was going to marry is an American, and he does not want to marry an American. He thinks that Americans are shit, and he thinks that the fact that we don't play cricket is insane, and he thinks that Americans are boring, basically, to him. So he definitely does not want to marry into this family that he is being told to marry into. So Twinks is currently trying to do everything in her power to make sure that he doesn't have to get married to her, but everything is going wrong. So, yeah, it's been a really fun book so far. Like I said, I'm on page 83, and there's only 200 pages, so I really am enjoying this a lot. I am hoping to finish it tomorrow morning, but we will see. I am kind of feeling like trash right now. My throat hurts, my nose is stuffy, so thumbs up for that. Everyone, let me shut my door. Anyway, hello everyone. We just finished Blotto, Twinks, and the Bootlegger's Moll. I ended up kind of enjoying the book. At the end, started to get a little bit bored. I was just ready for the book to be over, if that makes sense. But the climax of the story, the crazy shit that happens in that book was so good, and I loved the writing of it. The comedy aspect of that book ended up being so good. I ended up rating the first book that I read very early in this video, and I usually save my ratings for the end, but we're just not going to talk about that one because that one's already been rated. But the second book that we read in this video was The Martian Chronicles by Bradbury. So we ended up rating The Martian Chronicles 4 stars. I ended up really enjoying that book. I loved the way that Bradbury brought in comedy to talk about how horrible human beings are on our planet and just how unwelcoming human beings can be whenever we do get ourselves into a situation where we're the apple and the bunch of oranges, or the orange and the bunch of apples. So I loved that he brought in some comedy with that because it made the book a lot easier to read, because since it was so far out of my comfort zone, I was glad to find myself able to get through that with comedy. So yeah, we ended up rating The Martian Chronicles of 4 stars, and Blotto, Twinks, and the Bootlegger's Moll that I just finished, we also ended up rating a 4 star. I literally just said why. Basically, to recap, loved the writing of the story, but the ending of the book was just, it got a little, I don't want to say repetitive, but I was ready for the book to be over, basically. But yeah, overall, what a crazy video. But we did not have super low ratings for this book, for this video, which is really exciting because this was a video purely about reading books that were out of my comfort zone. Now, don't get me wrong, did I struggle through a lot of these books? Yeah, 2 out of 3 I struggled through. If I were to pick a favorite out of all 3 of them, it would be Foster by Claire Keegan. I would love to read some more of her books. And yeah, I think that's what reading out of your comfort zone is all about, is finding new authors that could end up being your favorite authors. And Claire Keegan, I loved her writing, so I'd like to give another one of her books a shot. So yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you leave a comment downstairs. Make sure you subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.